Hello everybody, I'm back. I'm moving around a bit right now because my cat has decided that her new resting spot is on my shoulder, and now she's staring at me in confusion as to what I'm talking about. Hello. Anyways, I'm back for this week again. Luckily I'm still sticking to my schedule. I already said last week which characters I'll be reading off of, but if you missed it, this week's characters is Loggerhead, Ezra, Balloon Party, and my favorite, Horrorpedia. Thank you for watching my videos and coming back for those who do come back, and I hope you enjoy this week's character read video as well. Anyways, now we go into it.
I have to remind you that jump scares are really outdated.
Horrorpedia, an Arcanist artwork completed on January 3rd. First put on display in the 1990s, he's a millennial, makes sense. It remained on display for 21 years, which technically would make him Gen Z in this day and age, but okay. It was displayed at the St. Pavlov Foundation's External Inspection Unit. Technically, the story takes place in the 2000s, right? Yeah, it takes place in the 2000s, 2007, I think, specifically, was the last year we got. I have yet to finish the story, by the way. So, he's technically younger, or older, I don't know anymore. But he should, if he's an actual millennial, he's more so supposed to be 30 at this point instead of 21. But I mean, there's also 16-year-olds working at the foundation, so I don't really know if they know about age, how age works. You see through the truth, limited series frames. Utterly unremarkable black frame glasses. They come with perks only a fan would notice and an inexplicably high price tag. This product was only sold during the premiere of X-Ray Monkey Man. There weren't many buyers, and now there are just 300 prototypes left on the market. Green tie clip. A green line cuts through a black and white checkered world. Just the dash of mania the routine needed. Not a bad pairing. Gadget set. A retro-style automatic targeting and firing system resembling a firearm. It includes various assembly tools and special ammunition components containing liquid or powder, and can be used to create various thriller atmospheres or attack effects. People are always seeking new thrills. Just like plants wanting to draw nutrients from farther, deeper places, we grow tired of the ground we've already tread. However much those sensory stimulants once made our hearts pound and our pulses race, the zest is always leached out like the flavor from chewed gum. At that point, we take a final taste and then spit them out without a second thought. The failed researcher, the forgotten horror novelist, and the human who outlived his usefulness were spat out along with them. He lived in a cramped and messy studio apartment and scraped by on fast food and second-hand retail. But they were wrong, my clever boy, his grandfather, the best in the world, who taught him the beauty of technology and reason, and brought warmth into the home, gave him a wink. We'll love these awful movies until the day we die. We'll love these awful movies until the day we die, the boy cheered. Student Disciplinary Action Form. Office copy. Name, Joshua. Gender, male. Age, 5. Date of violation, December 20th, 19 blank. Reason for discipline. In a random dormitory inspection carried out in academic year 1, semester 1, week 17, the student was found to have concealed several horror film themed magazines in his room under his mattress. Such conduct is prohibited by Article 12, Prohibited Items in the School of Primary Defense of Mankind Safety Regulations, which reads, students are prohibited from owning, carrying, or distributing literary or artistic works espousing ideologies not advocated or approved by St. Pavlov Foundation. Proposed action: confiscation of the prohibited items followed by a demerit in accordance with the School of Primary Defense of Mankind Safety Regulations and the School of Primary Defense of Mankind Assessment System. Pandora Wilson: what made you so infatuated with 80s horror films? From a standpoint of logic and reason, Horrorpedia, they're so preposterous and wild that they couldn't possibly happen. They're the antithesis of logic and reason. Is that what you mean? Pandora Wilson: it sounds like I already understand what I'm getting at then. Horrorpedia: aha! Well, you're dead wrong there, ma'am. Not only do they have rigorous internal logic, but once its rules are grasped, survival is possible even in the bloodiest, darkest places. It supersedes logic and reason. One could say that logic and reason in humanity were born out of fear. Pandora Wilson: do you believe fear is the root of our problems? Horrorpedia: no, but very close. Fear is an instinct like a catalyst that drives us to find solutions to problems, be it logic, reason, or passion. 80s horror films take this truth and display it plainly to the audience.
Welcome to the Arcanum Containment Department. I'll be your guide through Section F. Now, if you'll look to your right, you'll see some videos from a Beyond Arcanist in the 1990s. I guess I accidentally put in an old reel.
Loggerhead: an awakened artifact exhibited in the 20th century for 96 years, created in summer on June 1st, originally exhibited in the United States before being relocated to the St. Pavlov Foundation. So she's an object arcanist, meaning she was not a person until some arcanist awakened the object and now she's sentient. The solution to amnesia: sticky notes filled with to-do lists pinned alongside a foundation badge on the interviewee's chest. Film cannot capture every corner of memory, but the marks left by handwriting embody the wisdom of someone battling amnesia. Memories: film rolls specially modified by Laplace, significantly differing in material, color, and weight from standard ones. These rolls are vital for the interviewee to form their daily memories and maintain a sense of identity. The specific technology Laplace used to achieve this function has been buried within the vast memories of the interviewee. After searching fruitlessly for an hour, they declared it to be classified. Waterproof satchel: evident signs of wear suggest it has endured countless challenges. The interviewee remarks that anyone who can carry this bag might consider entering a weightlifting championship. In the 1920s, people discovered the phenomenon of persistence of vision, making horses endlessly gallop on spinning strips of narrow paper. In the 1970s, 12 cameras were aligned to capture exposure in 1/1000th of a second, stitching photographs into moving images. By the 1880s, numerous inventors using varying methods but identical ingenuity created the tools of cinema: paper reels, mirrors, lamps, hand-drawn frames at 16th per second, and supple celluloid film. Audiences handed over their nickels in exchange for comedic tales told through fragmented scenes. Inventions continued. 20-second clips became 3-minute shorts, and shorts turned into longer films. What came next? Athletes, trains, dogs, or the sea? Eager eyes watched intently, unaware that a small piece inside the projector had awakened. Gears pulled perforations, and film glided smoothly through her body, narrating an endless silver screen world. Alongside the people ahead of the projector, she too marveled and anticipated each frame and every second. Brewing coffee. A sudden warmth, a daze, an urge to sing. That feeling is surprisingly similar in humans. Daily meal. Fullness, increasing fullness, dizziness, countless small boxes, white noise, clinking sounds. This stomach is too small. One packet is never enough for most people. Soup dumplings. Steam almost instantly fogs up the lens. The whole meal is spent wiping it off. Did you manage to eat them in the end? 35mm special film. Sour, astringent, a friction-like texture. The salty taste of silver halide, like the instant you opened a tin can. Next time, try a horror movie and let me know what it tastes like. Keychain. Cold. Sweet metallic taste. Not as sweet as lead sugar. Lively and dense collisions. Mixed with a hint of rust. So you swallowed the keychain and then went looking for it everywhere? Cheeseburger. Sticky. Noisy. Energizing. Dizzying. This is one of the best items on the Foundation's cafeteria menu. If you don't like it, give it to me. Foundation ID card. A serious voice. Information. A plastic taste similar to film. Layers of secrets. That matches my expectations. Sidebar note. This must be Scott secretly writing in my notebook. Sidebar note. How different can a cheeseburger and soup dumplings really taste? I need to ask her next time we meet. Pandora Wilson. Hello, Miss Loggerhead. Loggerhead. Hello. Sorry, I don't remember your name. If you'd like, just hang tight while I project my memory reel from the past 3 days. Pandora Wilson. No worries. This is our first meeting. As an awakened born within a projector, you must have witnessed countless great films. What are your favorite ones? Loggerhead. Oh, it would definitely be a black and white silent film. The texture of silent reels has a unique charm, always taking me back to the silver screen era. Everything was new, vibrant, and every new work was a groundbreaking marvel. Pandora Wilson. You just mimic one of Chaplin's classic gestures. Loggerhead. Absolutely. He's my favorite actor and director. Modern times, city lights, the marks of an era, the dignity of the little people, all captured in exaggerated comedic conflicts. Oh, I wish I could compete in a Chaplin impersonation contest. 30 minutes later. Loggerhead. Oh no, this note says there was an interview scheduled for 10:20, and I'm already half an hour late. I have to go. Pandora Wilson. Doesn't your note mention your interviewer's name? Loggerhead. No, that's stored in a memory reel I didn't retrieve. Pandora Wilson. I'm your interviewer.
Please be careful. I'm collecting the spores on the mushroom canopy. Even the slightest breath will blow them all over the place. The last thing I want to see is mushrooms growing all over the neat suitcase. I mean, I love mushrooms, but we have to keep it moderate.
Ezra. Human artwork. One of only 2, but he was the first. He saw everything. Calm down. Okay. Exhibited in the 1920s for 14 years. Child labor, yay! Completed in June 1st in the winter. That's our second June 1st. Exhibited in Canberra, the capital territory of Australia. Fungi collecting kit. Often mistaken for a gardening toolkit, according to the interviewee, it contains professional mushroom collecting tools, such as a small brush for sweeping spores and a rake for moving pine needles. The care and logical arrangement of the tools indicate the interviewee's meticulous and tidy nature. fungus ecosystem machine. A new type of machine that integrates biology, chemistry, and physics. It has a mature nutrient solution recycling system and creates an almost natural portable ecosystem. Medicine Pocket was involved in its making, now held by Ezra of the Laplace Australian branch. Research note and dowsing rod. An old notebook bound with a belt and a simple dowsing rod. The former contains observations and research on fungi stuffed with so many slips of paper and photos that there is a high risk of them scattering. The latter, inspired by an ancient water divining witchcraft, was remodeled by a technological specialist at Laplace, enhancing its usability and value. In 1729, Micheli proposed a fungal classification chart, marking the birth of mycology. For a long time, fungi have provided academia with abundant research materials, attracting countless researchers. Some scholars relish the endless debates and refutations, discussing the complex classification of these magical fungi beneath the soil through research reports. Others lean towards the study of edible mushrooms. Thanks to globalization in the 1990s, people's appetites were not limited to their own countries. Mycologists ventured into forests, uncovering rare and delicious mushrooms and serving them on the plates of wealthy individuals and politicians. This created an industry that grew to rival the popularity of caviar, becoming a mainstream way for the new era to flaunt wealth. And when Ezra first stepped into a fairy ring, he was only 4 years old. "What is this, Mommy?" he asked. His mother bent down, stroking her child's soft blonde hair, and let him touch the soft caps of the mushrooms. This was the beginning of Ezra's understanding of fungi. "They're so interesting, diverse, and colorful. Some are delicious, some are poisonous, some are soothing, and some cause delirium. Just like..." He hesitated, flipping through the familiar imagery in his mind. His curiosity, love, aspirations, and yet-to-be-known goals. Ah! Like arcanists! 003 Fungus. Red and green appearance. Begins color transformation in the afternoon in its region. Tested as non-toxic through litmus paper, though may contain a certain paralytic effect. Red note. Paralysis symptoms appeared 15 minutes and 23 seconds after purified injection. Lasted for about 5 minutes before gradually weakening. No dizziness or nausea side effects. Could potentially be used as an anesthetic, but honestly, it's boring. Don't send me this again next time. Blue notes. Thank you for the experiment, Medicine Pocket. Different degrees of samples are necessary. I will prepare 3 more poisonous mushrooms for you next time. 009 Fungus. Light yellow appearance. Turns purple when added to an acidic solution. Weakly alkaline. Tested as having level 1 toxicity. May cause fainting or clinical symptoms, like skin itching and fever. Red notes. Skin itching symptoms appeared within 20 seconds of consumption and lasted over 35 hours. Without suppressants, there's potential for worsening. No fainting observed. Recommended for combat usage research. Blue notes. High efficacy allergy suppressants are in the 3rd drawer on the left side of your office. Please use them as soon as possible. 012 Fungus. Brown in appearance. Thick cap about the width of a palm, similar to local edible mushrooms, tested as having level 6 toxicity. Ingestion of more than 50 grams can be lethal to adults. Red note. Almost died. Blue notes. Medicine Pocket. We agreed last time that you can't keep stealing mushrooms from my ecology box. Red note. I thought it was an edible mushroom. I was hungry. Ezra. Hello, ma'am. Your abilities in Arcanum are quite unique. Pandora Wilson. Yes, people often say that. Ezra. If you need water or food, please let me know at any time. I understand that arcanists expend a certain amount of energy when using their arcane skills, and I am more than happy to assist you whenever needed. Pandora Wilson, you are indeed as helpful as people say. May I know where this enthusiasm comes from? Ezra, helping others brings me joy. Or rather, I've always hoped I could be of assistance to others. My mother told me that's my responsibility, or perhaps my mission? We possess certain things that Arcanists do not, like human rationality, stability, and a strong physique, and we should use these to assist Arcanists. But the acuity and inspiration of Arcanists can also guide me, showing me a wonderful world I could never have imagined. Humans and Arcanists, I believe, we complement each other, like pieces of a puzzle that mirror each other. Pandora Wilson, thank you for your sincerity. It's a very interesting perspective.
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Balloon Party, an Arcanist work, exhibited in the 1960s for 17 years, completed in spring on April 14, exhibited in Wuppertal, Nordrhein-Westfalen, Germany, and later throughout Europe. Domak candy, an accessory, or at least what she considers one, a ball made primarily of sugar, calcium, and arcanum compound. It tastes sweet, according to her. I don't know how many people have tried this candy before, but I know I won't be one of them. Silk ribbon, a silk ribbon that has been neatly fixed to the uniform. Accessories appearing where they should be is what we consider conforming to the rules. Matching clothes this way gives a sense of security, but is also boring. Who wrote these notes? They're so mean. Bones balloon, an oddly shaped balloon. Made by the interviewee, the bone structure and blood vessels pulsate and the balloon itself is soft to the touch. It is said to possess extraordinary abilities. When we attempted to gather all related information, we received so many letters that they covered the doorway of the editorial office. There was a White House in the city made of white stones. Everyone knew that it was Dr. Nicholas's house. The high wall divided Germany into two halves. They lost each other, yet exchanged gazes unceasingly. For the world, it was an earth-shaking reformation. For the poor who were just born, or ill in bed, however, it meant there weren't any pills to treat them. That was when Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas appeared. The two of them were great doctors but terrible parents. When they returned from work in the neighboring city, they found their 7-year-old daughter had a persistent high fever from a serious infection. However, she was a miraculously fortunate child. When her breathing stopped, her mother noticed that her chest was abnormally swollen. Together, the two of them lifted the body of their daughter, which was still warm. They slapped her in the back hard, and soon enough she coughed out a balloon. Then came the second, the third. The room was filled with balloons of varying styles and patterns. After this bizarre vomiting, she recovered completely. The white stone house was redecorated like a party that was never held. A strange woman had come to the town. She was wearing a strange costume and talking about strange things, but all the children had gathered by her side. Something must be wrong, because, even Emily went to see her. "Dad, please!" Emily tried so hard to beg me that she was trembling again, as usual. "Tommy also got this balloon." "But my sweetheart, Tommy is a lucky boy. He won't be punished for a ridiculous balloon." She knew what was going to happen. She huddled, trembling, which was my favorite scene. "See, your mother always cried the same way before she left me. I hate to see that." I broke her balloon, but before her scream rang out, I was drowned by great pain and fell to the ground. The next day, I was in the hospital. My internal organs were damaged, and the doctors said they would never recover. I had to be very careful with my lifestyle and say goodbye to alcohol and excess grease. From the nurse's chit-chat, I learned that Tommy's broken leg was cured overnight. The plaster on his leg appeared in the garbage station outside the town, mixed with balloon pieces. I think I know what that thing wandering outside the window last night was. I'll be a good father, at least from now on. Pandora Wilson. I heard you are a doctor. Balloon party. Yes and no. Oh, madam, miss, my mouth friend. In terms of title, I prefer party animal or party maniac. I'm happy when everyone's happy. That's right. Pandora Wilson. Okay, I totally understand now. Balloon party. Yes, I understand that you understand, my friend. Pandora Wilson. Could you tell me more about the special parties you throw, Balloon party? Balloon party. Are you going to attend one? Pandora Wilson. No, I don't mean that. Balloon party. Great! It's my pleasure. Please bring everyone else in the office too. I'll pick you guys up. Wednesday, next Wednesday. I'll get everything prepared by then. No costume required. Just have fun. Pandora Wilson. Guys, drop what you're doing. Pack up and block the windows with planks or just find somewhere to take shelter. We gotta figure out something before Wednesday. Balloon party. What are you talking about? Pandora Wilson. No, nothing. Please go on. Tell me how you prepare for parties. Balloon party. Sure. It's never easy to prepare for a party, but it's what I like to do. So it always makes me so happy.